The best way to deal with a rapist is to turn him into a woman. First, use a razor to shave off his beard. Then knock him out with anesthesia. Next comes the confiscation of his tools. Anthony now deeply regrets his actions, because the one he violated was the daughter of a plastic surgeon. Seeing his manhood gone just like that, Anthony could hardly believe his eyes. But this was only the beginning. The doctor told him the surgery was successful, then brought out different tools, explaining that they needed to be used from small to large to ensure better recovery. Though Anthony was utterly unwilling to survive, he had no choice but to obey. A month passed quickly. When the doctor examined him again, he said Anthony was recovering well, but his skin still wasn't smooth enough to resemble a woman's. So the doctor used pig skin cells to develop a more delicate type of artificial skin and grafted it onto Anthony's body piece by piece. This skin was not only smooth and fair, but also resistant to insect bites. Over time, the man soon took on a woman's appearance. To make his figure more feminine, the doctor forced him into a tight corset. Anthony couldn't accept this new self no matter what. Every day, he thought of nothing but escape. Seizing an opportunity while the doctor was dressing him, he snatched the keys, but to his dismay, the door lock also had a remote control. As despair set in, the doctor closed in step by step. In that hopeless moment, Anthony grabbed a knife, but the doctor wouldn't let him die so easily. He quickly carried him to the operating table. After 2 hours of emergency treatment, Anthony was perfectly fine. To truly complete his transformation into a woman, the doctor renamed him Andy and prepared many dresses for him. But Andy would always tear them apart. In fits of rage, to help Andy adjust to his new life, the doctor even hired a maid. Perhaps because the maid reminded him of his mother, Andy became less aggressive. However, unbeknownst to him, the maid would slip sedatives into his meals under the influence of the drugs. Andy grew much calmer. The doctor brought him cosmetics, and though Andy resisted at first, in that empty room with nothing else to do, he eventually began fiddling with them to pass the time. He even followed along with yoga videos on TV, becoming more and more like a real woman. As time passed, the maid's assistants put the doctor at ease, but no one expected the maid's troublemaking son to accidentally discover Andy's room. He threatened his mother into opening the door. How will Andy handle this sudden situation?